Welcome to the Motocross Supercross podcast.
What's up? What's up? What's up, Claudio?
Hey man, how's it going?
It's going good. Welcome everyone else to the MXSX podcast. I am coming to you live from Pennsylvania. How's the weather down there in Florida?
It's I guarantee you it's not as cold as up there, man. It's a little chilly, but you know how Floridians do. 65 is cold, so.
Dude, I was there last week and it was like 30 something degrees at night. I know it's been warming up a little bit after that,
No,
but
yeah, it's definitely a little warmer than last time when we met last time, but it's still a little chilly.
yeah, I'm up here snowboarding in the Seven Springs up here. It's
I
a
saw
nice
that.
place.
I saw that. It looks cool.
Did you see my picture of my makeshift beer cooler?
I did actually. I also saw you eating some shit going down a hill. So
Yeah. It's so foggy and so dark, and like the lighting here isn't that great, and it's really foggy. And like the first run I did today, I totally like face planted and like slid down like 40, 50 feet on my face and just got snow
Nice.
all through my jacket and everything. But it was a good start. It ended good too. It was really fun. We had a blast up here, and we're gonna do it again tomorrow.
No, it looks like you're having a good time. I want to say I'm jealous because last time I went snowboarding, it was with you, so I know how much fun it is. But the cold weather, I'm not jealous on that.
Hey man, it's all about the gear. It's all about the gear.
Yeah, I guess you can't really blame the weather. You gotta blame your clothes, right?
Gotta blame the clothes. Can't blame anyone else.
Anyways, let's jump on this Anaheim one. What a weekend, huh? What a crazy round one.
I'm just happy it started. It's going on. Like I've been waiting for a while for this, and it was a good race. I thought it was pretty. What were your like overall thoughts of just like the whole night?
Oh, it was good. I mean, I like the track. It was fast. There was a lot of good racing. There was a lot of surprises. And we got it all right here.
I honestly thought like that 250 race was like kind of boring.
It was a little bit just because McElrath kind of dominated,
Oh man.
which is crazy because I didn't even like think about him. Like whenever we were doing the last podcast, I didn't even think about him like winning it at all. I didn't even think about him racing on the West Coast, but guess what? He won it again, 2 years in a row, man.
Dude, whole shot to finish. He led every single lap.
Definitely, it was great. That was good for him, and that's a great start.
Dude, and just real quick, I know we'll get into this more in a little bit, but Justin Hill, like, what a disappointment! Like, seventh place.
Yeah, I mean,
and he was like,
it's tough to beat the champ. It's tough to carry that number one, especially with a new team, and it's hard. It's hard, man. It's hard.
Dude, but the thing is, he was just like battling. He was battling for seventh. Like,
hey, it's stacked. This year. Both what's it called? Both classes are stacked.
yeah, and especially like round one, everyone's healthy. Well, mostly everyone's healthy, just coming into it, and
everyone's pumped, ready to go. So
I just thought he would do better. Like, I know it's the first race, everyone gets a little nervous. I know, I forget who was saying it, all pumped up and stuff. Like it just happens at first, but.
Yeah, you can't win a championship on the first race, but you can definitely lose it, right?
Like Eli Tomac.
Yep. Not looking good for him. But one of the biggest news of the night, or I should say the afternoon, was the announcement of Yamaha, man. Ryan Villapoto as a brand ambassador.
Yeah, because I've been like traveling all week, so I didn't really get to. I mean, I kind of saw it, but you got more on that?
I mean, not really. Just it was like a last minute thing. They waited until Anaheim. They did it right. They announced a big name like Ryan Villapoto, a guy that's been racing with Kawasaki pretty much his whole life. To make this change.
That's what I'm saying.
Yamaha.
He was so loyal to Kawasaki, and like now he's on Yamaha.
Hey man, that was his racing's career. This is his business status.
Yeah, so he's not gonna race, is he? Or
I don't think so. He's just gonna represent.
He's just gonna show up to the race, like have his bike all clean and stuff parked
yeah,
there, maybe sign some autographs.
wear his gloves, have that number 2 on the Yamaha,
What
and it's crazy. It's gonna be weird to see him on a blue bike.
what was that team he signed with? Who, like, I know it was Yamaha, but it was it with a certain team?
No, no, no. It's just brand ambassador for Yamaha, like
Ah,
the Yamaha. Yeah,
oh
he was.
man.
Yeah, he was hanging out with the Yamaha guys, but he's all in with the Yamaha. He's also got good things going with Answer too. He's got good ideas coming for the sport, and it's gonna be good. He's got a good little championship on the West Coast, kind of like they do over here in Gatorback, and uh, I think he's in the right direction for sure.
Dude, he's gonna be making so much money.
Hey, hey, for him to stop being loyal, yeah.
So he retired in what, like 2015, 3 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever it was.
2 years ago, I want to say, yeah.
Yeah, so man, he's probably making more now to being brand ambassador and all the sponsors and stuff. Well, I'm
He
not
doesn't
gonna
even
say
have to
more.
race.
I know he won the Monster Million, so there's probably not. I mean, he's probably making a good amount of money, but that's just
Yeah.
crazy. That I was so confused whenever I saw that. I was like, is he gonna race? Like, what is he doing? I guess he's just
No,
showing
no,
off.
no. I think I think just showing up. I think there's a better chance of James Stewart coming back than him.
He rides Kawasaki's his whole life, and then he's like, "Oh, I love Yamaha. You guys should get Yamahas."
Yamaha is great.
It's so good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I heard you say James Stewart. Him or Malcolm didn't show up. I saw.
Yeah, I guess Malcolm, he made an announcement earlier. He apologized through Instagram that he wasn't going to be able to make it. He didn't really say why. He was going to, let everyone know later on the reasons, but he's definitely not out. He's going to race. He's racing the 2018 Supercross. So,
Now, this is a rumor, but I don't know. It could be some validity to it because I heard it from someone who knows someone. But they
oh yeah,
said,
a friend of a friend. Okay.
yeah, I'll let you know who it is.
Definitely can count it down.
I'll let you know who it is off the air. But
Sure. Oh, what a tease! What a tease!
apparently, James Stewart he was holding out because the Supercross won't let those electric bikes race, the Altas, and apparently that's what he's riding. So he's waiting until he can race that to come back. So that's what I heard.
Huh.
I don't know if it's true or not, but it seems like it could be, or I don't know, just an
But
excuse.
if it's true, you heard it here first.
That's
so
right,
the
on the-
MSSX podcast.
That's right. And while we say that, you can follow us on all the social media platforms at MXSX Podcast. You can go to mxsxpodcast.com if you want to download all the previous episodes of this. And the newly, we got a Snapchat. So
That's right.
you can follow us on there. I don't have,
MS,
have we posted?
MXSX podcast. That's it.
Right. We need to start posting on there. So,
Soon.
yeah, we'll get something up on that. But let's get into some of these races.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. Another thing before we start, another thing that I thought it was really funny. It was everybody kept saying that the dirt was really good. I thought it was really really funny. That they kept like commenting on that, like, oh, the dirt's really good. Oh, tonight's dirt is really good. Like everyone, it was just really funny to see, just mention it so many times. That's it. That's all I had.
yeah, and one other thing that they kept they just kept mentioning Roxon. Oh, Roxon's comeback. Oh, this is Roxon. Here we go, Roxon. Like, if Roxon wins, this will be amazing. Like, they were building it up so much for Roxon.
I like this Roxon though. He's humble. I like it a lot.
I do like Roxon. Roxon, he's a G, man, straight up G. But
yeah, he did show up in a suit, like we wanted him to.
That's right.
He showed up in a suit. He didn't say "fuck you," but he showed up in a suit, clean.
Anderson had like all his gear on. He had his gloves and everything on during that media thing.
Yeah, a lot of the guys did. Muskin had his whole, he was KTM out, but I like that clean cut. The thing, I like he treats it like a business more, than than a hobby situation. He understands the sponsoring and stuff, but
and he's German.
It is a business.
It's like a German thing. They dress up.
Yeah, must be a German thing.
So Musquin, I told you, I said the smart money is going to be on Musquin. It's going to be like that the whole season. He's just on fire right now.
Him, though. I bet on him.
When someone's on fire, that's it. They're going.
I like that What's their trainer?
Alden Baker.
Yeah, man. The 450 guys. The top two guys. There you go, right there.
That's right. Though I did hear something that Marvin and Jason, they weren't riding together for some reason. I think there was some kind of beef between them.
Probably. I mean, it is Jason and Ombre.
El Hombre. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, what a good night for him. Could have
Yeah.
been better, but it's still pretty good.
Hey, it's only round one, a second place. I'll take it. Another one that really surprised everyone was Justin Barcia, man. He looked good on that Yamaha. He must have been having Ryan Villapoto on your side now.
He's whispering those secrets in his ears and stuff.
Definitely.
I hope he keeps it up because he looked super fast. He was good. I said,
hey, he won his heat race. He qualified first. That's great. So
yeah, it was weird. Ken Roxon, didn't he have the fastest lap time in the practices?
He did in practice. Yeah.
And like we talked about a little bit on the preview show was the those metal starting gates. I really like those. Those are really good.
Oh, yeah, that was another thing that I was going to say. They are in, we couldn't find any information on them, but hey, now we know that they are in.
They're in, and I do like that. That's pretty cool for them to start like that.
Definitely. I'm definitely on board with the Metal Gate game.
All right. Let's go. Let's start with I'm just gonna touch on some of these little heats, and
go ahead. Yeah.
Just a couple things that happened. In the 250 heat 1, there was some good crashes. Dakota Alex had a little crash.
Yeah, he's hurt.
Oh, is he like? How bad is he hurt?
Well, he's there's a broken collarbone, I guess, after the crash.
Oh, I've
been
there.
Yeah, that's I know that's unfortunate.
Yeah, that sucks, man. Getting hurt in the first race of like a long series. That's well, at least he'll be back. He won't miss the whole series, I guess.
Maybe. I mean, they're only doing half the season, so.
Actually, I think it was Blake Baggett. I think he broke his collarbone, had a plate put in, and then he raced the next weekend or something. So, I mean, some people do it. Some people can do it.
Well, I guess it depends. It also depends on like where you broke it too, huh?
Yeah, I guess if they need a plate, I think if they put the plate in, then it's pretty much stabilized. But if they just got to wait for it to heal, then that's like 4 to 6 weeks or whatever. But did you see Harrison? He took out Chase Sexton. Did you see that pass he put on him?
No, I did not.
He's like coming out of the turn right before the straightaway and just launched right into him, put his ass out.
Oh,
right in front of the pits.
that was a dangerous turn, dude. Like if you railed that thing in the inside, you'll be out. Like you mechanics, be careful because I know they got scared a couple of times.
Dude, that track was like that though. It had so many places you could just cut in on someone and just kill them.
If you railed it, if you could rail the inside, you definitely had to pass. Yeah, I remember now. Now that you mention it, yeah.
And Shane McElrath just dominated that race, and we saw since Rulo, he kind of came back and he was putting some fast passes on everyone. So he made a strong showing the first round. He got second or third overall.
Yeah. He got second.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's looking good for him. I could actually see him. Actually, he got third overall.
He got third. Yes, yeah, third overall. Sorry, Plessinger got second.
Yeah, but I think you give him a couple weeks to get going. I think he could run up there with Shane.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's only the first round. Next week we have or not next week. 2 weeks from now we have the doubleheader. Is that right?
Yeah.
So that should be interesting.
Yeah, it's the number 92. It gave him that good luck back.
Hey man, he's got that power. He's got that power.
Made him feel more comfortable. You know how people are with them numbers. Is there? I don't even think there's any number like 13 or anything. They're all that's like an unlucky number. Though I did like to see Bowers out there on the number 69. I always like it when someone runs 69. That's good.
Yeah.
So that was pretty much it for the first heat. The second heat was kind of there wasn't really too much going on. There was that rookie Cooper who kind of looked good, but then he crashed. And then
Yeah, he was looking good. I had no idea who it was until the night, the night race.
yeah,
So
I think he actually won like Loretta's or something or
sure.
something. Yeah, I don't really follow that amateur stuff too much, but maybe
Yeah,
we will
no.
this year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're in Florida, so it's one of the biggest amateur state for motocross, and we have really good races around us. We have Mini O's and the Winter Rams. We also have the amateur days. So
And the Gold
uh,
Cup,
the Gold Cup, yeah, definitely.
bunch of those
Uh,
qualifiers, bunch of people come in for those too.
yeah,
So
yeah, there you go. So yeah, we're definitely gonna follow some amateur stuff this year.
yeah, so that second heat, it was just Christian Craig. He was pretty much dominating.
He looked good. He looked tired at the end of the day, man. Maybe the dat life, the dat
Yeah.
life got him. The dat life got him.
It's taking its
Uh,
toll on him. He's got to take care of a kid, and then he's got to train.
I know he's
He's
got to
probably
be.
it's like he's cutting his training time in half so he can like take care of the kid. So he's not getting like halfway through the race, he's like starting to get gassed.
He starts thinking about the baby and the Instagram pictures and all that. So
Savacci though, he almost caught him. He almost caught him right there at the end. He like right on it, finished right behind him. Like, and you know how they all cut in on the inside and they don't even jump at
yeah,
that last lap. He was
yeah,
right there on him. And
yeah,
and then again, Justin Hill, he got fifth in the heat, which that's what
yeah.
I mean. He did better in the
Not
main, I guess, but
yeah, not good whenever you're the defending champ. So.
exactly. I think he just had an off night. There's probably so much pressure on him. He's just gotta.
Oh, for sure. New team. You have to represent the number one with the red plate. Which, by the way, it looked really, really cool on that Suzuki. Uh,
Yeah, it's interesting.
yeah, it was definitely. I can see how a lot of pressure could have been a big factor. I mean, he's not out of the race yet. He's got 8 more rounds or 7 more rounds and to take care of business. So I don't think he's out yet.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Like we said, we got a long season ahead, but well, half as long for the West Coast. But I think he'll have next week to redeem himself. Next week, we'll get into this on the next podcast, but that track looks pretty technical, and I think he'll do better with like a technical track. All right, so the 450s was way more exciting than the 250s. It was just insane. That first heat with Baggett, he was hauling. And then
450.
Anderson caught him, then Seeley caught him, and then Wilson, he was like skimming that little like whatever it was, those rollers or that little double single. I don't know how they were doing it.
Yeah, Dino looked good. Dino looked really good. I like the step on, step off section where they had 2 in a row.
Yeah.
But they were like quadding it. It was really fast. I thought that was really, really fast.
But Dean, he was going so fast. He was like skimming those like whatever they were, those, and then he just crashed right there, before he caught everybody.
Man.
He was about to catch all of them.
He was looking really, really good. He looked good in the preseason, so I'm expecting a lot from him in this year.
Is he not out, or he hit that face of that jump so freaking? I thought they were gonna red flag it. He hit it so hard.
That's Dean Wilson is another one that got his shoulder. He hurt his shoulder. There's not really much information on it there, but they didn't say anything, that he's out or not yet. So I know they're doing some X-rays and stuff, but that's about all I got from him.
That was funny when he went down and the reporter Jenny Taft like went to the pits to like chase him down and stuff. And she's like, "What happened?" And they're just like, "It's a shoulder injury." So like, "Yep, he's out with a shoulder injury." And we're like, "Okay." They're not telling you anything. But yeah, hopefully he's good. Hopefully he's like good to go because
yeah, he was looking good. He was looking
so
good in the preseason and he was looking good in that first round. So
yeah, another thing that happened in that first heat was Bisceglia. They didn't really show it on TV, but he was out. I don't know if he crashed out or just maybe got hurt in practice.
I saw that.
Or
Another crazy thing that I saw in the main event, I believe. How did Roxon lose his visor?
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, I have no idea.
I still don't know how he lost it. I just saw him. I thought it was Mac Metzger for a second,
Yeah, they were saying he's got those like magnetic things. It's like held on there by magnets. So
oh, okay.
I don't know if he hit it or something, but Yeah, it was
totally
weird. He
don't know
looked
what
like a
happened.
go-kart racer or something out there. I don't know what he was
Like a
doing.
freestyle guy. That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
Like
Mike
Mike
Metzger. That's
Metzger.
funny,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Haven't heard of him. I haven't heard his name in a while.
yeah. I saw a documentary on Netflix, and they showed him, and he
Yeah?
looks crazy. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he
It's
was
called
so tatted
on.
up and everything. He was like a badass motherfucker.
Yeah, it's called Unchained, and it's
Unchained?
like, yeah, it's like the beginning of freestyle motocross. Like whenever he did like the first backflip and stuff. It's a pretty cool documentary,
Dude, I'm
actually.
gonna watch that for sure.
Yeah,
100%.
definitely put it on your favorites. It's a really really good documentary.
Yeah, and then maybe I'll watch all the other moto stuff too. I just finished a season. This is way off topic, but I was watching Burn Notice. I watched it from like season 1 and I just had to, I couldn't watch anything else until I finished it. So I finally finished it and yeah, I was like, shit, why'd I do that? But yeah, I need to start watching some other stuff, maybe some movies so I don't get sucked in. All
Yeah,
right.
we need to just keep it on the subject.
All right, let's go to the 450 Heat 2. Okay, so Brock Tickle got the whole shot and they kept calling him Marvin for like 3 laps. They're like, look at Marvin. Marvin, man, he's killing it. And they're like,
That is
wait,
so
I don't think
funny.
that's Marvin. Like,
I didn't even notice that, but that's pretty funny.
I'm not gonna lie, like at first it got me too, because he's wearing like the same gear and stuff, and
Yeah.
it got
A
me.
lot of
And
people, yeah, a lot of people did not, they weren't expecting Brock to be up there, but he looked good.
yeah, until he crashed.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then Roxon, he was struggling in that heat a little bit. It's gonna take him a minute to get back to that pace, but like Webb passed him, and like he wasn't battling for that top position. He was battling for like third, fourth, fifth, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Barsha took the lead in that one and won it, which was pretty cool. And then the only other thing I have on this is Marvin. He almost crashed right before that triple. Did you see that? He almost died.
I did not, but I can see that happening.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get the video up on our Instagram or something because he had to shit his pants. Like right before that triple, he got so sketchy. It was
That's funny.
insane.
I did not see that. I wish I would.
And then I don't know if you noticed for the LCQs, Brian Dungy was in the booth. Did you hear that?
Oh yes, I did. I did see that. Yeah, I didn't hear it. Because where I was at, I
Yeah, I
wasn't
figured you
able.
guys would be partying over there and stuff. It's hard to.
Yeah, we party up and stuff. Yeah, woo!
I've been there before. Yeah, it gets wild over there. But so yeah, Dungy was in the booth. I don't know if it's like an audition or something. Maybe that's something he's trying to do. But
We started the Tony Romo move.
yeah, well, here's the thing. Tony Romo is awesome. He is really good.
He is good.
But
He is good.
Dungy, like, he wouldn't talk. They're like trying to get him.
He was
There's like
really nervous. I do remember that. He looked really nervous.
he wouldn't talk. That first LCQ, he wouldn't talk. They're like, people are crashing and they kept like leaving the door open for him to say something, and he just had nothing to say. I think he said they asked him at like one point about the gates, like, what do you think about the new like metal starting gates? And he's like, yeah, I mean, I don't really have an opinion. Like, and it was just like, what? Huh?
No, I did see that. He looked really nervous.
Yeah, he did talk a little bit more in the that second heat or the second LCQ, but
Yeah, they probably
I don't
told
want-
him like, "Hey, man, you have to talk more."
look, I don't want Dungy in the box. He's so pretty boy, like politically correct. Like he's always like that's just who he is. I like him as a rider, but that's about it.
He was great. He was a great rider. That's why
Yeah,
he's the
so
champ.
good. But yeah, I got to see how it's probably hard for him to just like walk away. He said he's going to be at like half the races and stuff. So, I mean, we'll see what happens with that. But if he's there, then they got to take someone out. And hopefully that doesn't happen. Speaking of that, Ricky Carmichael, I swear every time they show him, he looks so freaking baked. And he just like, they kept going to him throughout the night. He just looked even more baked. I don't know. I don't know if he does that or not, but definitely looked like it. It was pretty funny to
Nice.
watch.
So I'm hanging out with Emick too much.
Yeah. That is what they're doing up there, 100%. They're hot box in the box. So
Oh man, yeah, it was a good night, man. It was a good night of racing. I can't wait for Houston, that very complicated race, and that's it. I mean, I don't really have anything else to say about this week. There was not, I think we covered all.
Yeah, the
It
250
was,
main was pretty boring. There wasn't really too much to it. I mean, all the points are out for that, and Shane McElrath and uh, 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 hold on, I have it right here. Shane
what?
McElrath, Aaron Plessinger had a good run, second place.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
Cincerulo,
that's
Savacci.
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not done yet. It's that's why I'm not really worried about Hill not winning. So it's not really done yet. It's still the first race, and it's stacked though. That West Coast looks crazy.
Yeah, how about
There's a
those
lot of.
Florida boys? We got Chase Sexton. He's from Claremont. He got 8th place. Kyle Chisholm got 10th place,
Yeah,
and Starling got 16th.
yeah, yeah.
So that would have been a really good pick for the motocross fantasy. I didn't even check yet to see how I did, but Starling was like a 14 underdog, and he got 16. So
Yeah,
that's
I picked
second place
Starling.
points.
I picked Starling and Chisholm
Oh,
for one of
nice.
my.
Yeah, you probably
Yeah,
did pretty good. That's pretty
yeah,
good
and
then.
I also picked Barsha,
Oh, nice. I think I
Yeah.
did too, actually.
but Dino fucked me, and
Yeah. Yep.
Martin also fucked me.
Yeah. Which Martin? Alex
Alex,
Martin? What happened to
yeah,
him?
or not Dakota Alex. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, Dakota Alex. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I played him a bunch last year in the fantasy. He was always pretty big underdog, and he has some speed. He could run up there, and he would get good starts too. That's another thing he was really good at. But the 450s, Marvin took it home, brought down the house. Anderson, Barsha, I thought that was pretty good. Pike, he looked good. Roxon, he
Yeah,
looked good.
Pike looked really good. He got a fifth place. That's not bad for a first round. And I mean, the one that I really have to take my hat off for is Roxon. Coming back and not really 100%. He even said he wasn't 100%, and still come back and get fourth, and with the top dogs in the world. So,
Did you see that
same thing.
little? Did you see that
And then
little?
the opposite with Chad Reed.
Oh,
He he got way too far. I think it was like 17th or something. So
yeah. He finished with 15th, which I
yeah,
mean, we're not used to seeing Chad Reed that far back, but like on his Instagram, he was pretty stoked to get 15th. I was like, okay, all right.
yeah, yeah. He was too stoked, too stoked.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
He
we
was
go back.
exactly. He was too excited to get 15th that it kind of made me like step back. I was like, what? But
Well, we go back to what we were talking about. How he's running his own team. He's just happy to be in the main event and get some money.
exactly. Get that money. And Tomac, he was going good. He got the whole shot. He was killing it. And
Yeah, that's
then
another one. Yeah, that's another one that got hurt. One of the I think it's one of the biggest disappointments because of the whole, running for his championship. This is his year
yeah,
thing,
exactly.
and did not finish a race.
Yeah, he
It's
came
not
so
good.
close last year, and then this year, like he fell, like there wasn't even anyone around him. He was like leading by a bunch, and he fell down.
Well, last year he also didn't finish a race, so maybe
Yeah, he could come back
he's
still.
yeah he's got a plan. I guess he's trying to do the same thing. He just wanted to
But
do it
the
early this year.
like he was riding all slow and stuff, and the announcers, everyone's trying to figure out what's going on, and they're like, "Oh, his pants came undone. His pants came undone," and he's like,
That was pretty
"I was
funny.
like, no, man, he's just taking a breather. He's something's wrong with him." And then a lap later, of course, he pulled off, and
Yeah.
that's too
I
bad.
guess I guess he pulled off, but the first time he pulled off was for a bent handlebar and blah 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 blah. And then the second time he pulled off
He was
was
done. He threw in the
yeah, he
towel.
was done. Yeah.
He's
Yeah, I
like, "Let's
guess he
get out
got
of here."
he has a bruised shoulder. There's not really again, there's nothing really saying that he will be out for next week or not. I don't think he will be. I think he just hurt pretty bad. I get, he just hurt it pretty bad. That's
Yeah, he's
all.
a tough guy. He could do it, but I don't know. When I see him ride like that, I think that it's going to be hard for him to race next week. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens. We'll keep an eye out during the week, see if we can get some news on that. Any
Yeah,
updates?
for sure. We'll definitely have it for the next podcast. We'll also have our picks for next weekend,
That's right.
and we'll have hopefully an update on all these injuries. Hopefully, nothing is very serious, and we'll see if this rider's back on the track.
Yeah, and he did get 1 point, so that's good. And the whole shot. He got the whole shot, so whatever the money is for that, like $2,500 or something, whatever it is. So at least it wasn't
Yeah.
just like the worst night ever. And one other thing that I want to talk about is they had like they had that little animation. It looked like a talking carrot or something, like just
Oh,
with the
yeah.
new rules
Explain
and
the
stuff.
rules.
What the heck
Yeah.
was that? What like
I don't
what
know.
it looked like Groot or something from like the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy or some, or Where Strange Things Are or something like that.
Yeah, I
From
could
that.
not figure. I thought it was pretty lame. I just couldn't figure out what it was. I still don't know what it is. Do you know what it was?
I really don't know, but she was doing a pretty good job announcing those new rules.
It was like a tree with a carrot nose or something.
Yeah, I really don't know.
Yeah, that was Jenny Taft though. I could tell by her voice, that sideline reporter who always chases everyone down. I know that was her.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I thought it was. I mean, it was a decent start. It was a decent start to the season. I'm glad that
Yeah.
it's off and going, underway. And
For sure.
yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens with all the injured riders, and see who can. Marvin looking strong, so Anderson looking strong. Let's see if maybe Anderson can get a win next week, and make it really interesting.
Yeah, the Baker boys are looking good for sure.
Yeah, I don't know what they got, like something in their water there. They're like feeding them
Yeah.
some fast juice or
Michael-
something.
The Michael Jordan water, bro.
I heard the new rage now is this unfiltered water. It's like in California, people are paying like $60 for like a gallon of unfiltered water. They think
Of
it's like,
course.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's any good. I mean, I guess it depends where you get it, but I don't.
Of course.
Maybe that's what they're doing over there.
Of course they are.
All right, man. Well, what do you say we wrap this thing up?
Hey, I mean, if you're ready, I'm ready, brother.
Yep, we're right at like 31 minutes right now, 32 minutes. So I think that's a good time to wrap it up. You know how we are here. We got to keep them nice and short. And but we will be back in a couple days with that preview show for Phoenix. And yeah, there's a lot to talk about there. But again, follow us on all the social media platforms at MXSX Podcast. Tell your friends. Like
We got the Snapchat going too, and that's it, man. Just have a great week. Be safe up there, and I'll see you when you come back.
all right, man. See you in a couple days. And that's it
All
for
right,
us, guys. Make sure you all have a good time, and we'll see you next week.